Can you not?
No.
We're doing a tier list of JoJo characters. Correct?
Yes.
And not just any JoJo characters.
The JoJo characters.
I mean, basically any relevant characters in the first 5 parts, anime only. Not manga.
Actually, that is a lie. Because
I would argue that certain character that we will get to is relevant to the plot because what happens with him does spur on it's spurs on the plot. I mean, without saying too much about who it is at the moment, what happens with him does spur on the plot. So I would argue that he is relevant. But we do have a list. I think we're going to show it now. I mean, how am I going to... I'll figure that out later. We have the list between whack, they exist, which I mean is slightly above their whack. They're there. They don't really do anything. They're not that cool. You know, they're solid entry. You know, they're an amazing character, or they've been what I call goated. And then they're just the top, the best of the best. I'll say there's only like gonna be like 5 characters in the goated tier, to be honest with you. Like, I feel like you have to have a limit to how many people can be goated. Like,
you need to limit yourself. I know I can be limited.
That's what I just said. But all right. So, how do you want to start?
What do you mean?
How do you want to start? You want to start like how do you want to start? Like just go straight up with this list, or do you want to start like weeding out characters from the whack section, or what?
I feel like we need to pull just what's it called, and I feel like it might refresh if it's the same thing that I'm aware of. So we gotta do a Bakio.
Alright, so sorry with the Bakio then. What would you put a Bakio at?
Donut.
He is one of the donuts, yes. What would you put? What would you put the blueberry donut at?
What?
The blueberry donut.
Where would I put a Bakio? He's kind of bland.
I wouldn't say that.
But he does become a little bit warmer towards the end. Before he gets donutted.
Bruh, I wouldn't say. I think the Bakio was a solid character. I mean,
honestly,
he was passionate.
I put him in between solid and they exist, but that's not an option. So I guess we both gotta agree to disagree on solid.
I mean,
you said he's solid. I said he's solid, but he also exists.
I said he was solid without being meaning that he's actually in the tier solid. But yeah, okay, I'll put him there. We could.
Oh.
We'll put him there.
Well then, what would you?
Like, I feel like, yeah, he is a solid character, but I mean, I guess, yeah, when I think about it, that's what he would go at. I mean, I keep saying he's a solid character. Yeah, he's not the best, but he's definitely not the worst. I don't think he's a They Exist. I mean, I think he's a strong, solid contender. I don't think that he deserves to be in the They Exist or to be in that conversation. I think he's a strong, solid contender.
Alright. Avdol.
I think he's in They Exist.
Wow.
Look, I like Abdul, bro. I do. I really do.
I was gonna say amazing, and I was hoping you would say amazing, and I would respond, yes, I am.
Look, the memes are great, and the yes, I am is great, but they hold that nigga. They hold him twice.
He came back from being dead.
Yeah, but you don't. That's. They hold him, bro. Like, they came back from being dead just to die in a heroic fashion or whatever. But basically the same thing he did before, sacrificing himself. Like, yeah, I don't think they knew the direction they wanted to go with Abdul. He's just a character that exists. He's cool though. Like, I mean, Magician's Red. He's cool, but at the same time, as far as it comes to just being a character and how well that character was implemented in the story, he just exists, man.
So we put him as he exists.
That's what I think. I mean, what do you think? I mean, do you disagree?
I mean, I would put him as amazing, but the only thing in between that's solid. But yeah, they did hoe him, so I can understand how hoeing can take him down. Even though he's in my favorite part, or one of my favorite parts. But I guess he exists.
Alright.
Now I swear.
Now, here we go.
You're not putting him as a goat.
He is a goat. He is a goat. He is one of the
Mom
five
is
that I would
not a
say.
goat.
He is one of the 5 goats. All right. He is one of the 5 goats. First off, let me break it down. The memes. First off, memes are fire. Memes are fire. The memes are fire. The memes are fire. The memes are fire. Let me break it down. his actual combat ability and the fact that he has a cool, unique stand that's used in a lot of interesting ways that actually helps bring out his character and the fights that he has in his character. Like the fights that he had against Diavolo underneath the church, fire. The fight that he had against Pesci and Prosecco? Not Prosecco. What? Grateful Dead. He had a Grateful Dead, fire. All right, the fight he had against Secco, Oasis Underground, fire. He's never had a bad moment. It's his lines. He gave us the Arrivederci, the Adi Rush. He gave us that.
Arrivederci.
And again, he is the overall best mom of the whole group. Like, I would say the best mom of the whole show. Real shit. So you gotta give him. You gotta give him his flowers. You gotta give him his flowers.
But you can't sit there and say the memes and then not
factor
Avdol's memes.
No, I factor Avdol's.
No,
to be honest,
you said they're okay or they're great.
The memes are great. That's why he's not whack.
Like
That's why he's not whack. That's why he's not whack. The memes is why he's not whack. You'll be honest with you. Sits my coffee.
Well, you're lucky I don't got no tea.
This I want to say tea, but this not tea. So sips my coffee.
You could have bluffed. No one can see in there.
I could have, but whatever. Yo, do you have any counter for why Bruno Bucciarati, the GOAT, should not be in the GOAT tier?
I would sit there and say he's amazing. I wouldn't say he's a GOAT.
But why is he not a GOAT? Can you tell me why he's not a GOAT first?
I mean, he did not see the trap of Trish. Let this bitch get kidnapped.
He immediately went after her.
Bruh.
Immediately went after her.
After he had his moment of being like, oh my god, there's an arm.
How could he have known that was going to happen? How could he have known that was going to happen? If no one knows who Diavolo is, if no one knows his personality, no one knows anything about him.
I would not trust if I never met my dad and you'd be taking me to my dad that's all of a sudden interested in me after how many years? I'd be like, and he a mob boss? I'm not about that. That sounds like death.
I mean, you even heard what he said when he said to her, like, bro, like he's probably just gonna go.
She had a bad feeling.
He gonna see you to a faraway country, bro. You're gonna get a new name, new identity. You know, he gonna set you up some money, but that's it. You know, you gonna whole new identity, whole new life.
Trish.
That's what he thought was gonna happen. That's what he thought was gonna happen.
Trish had a bad feeling. She was like, "Yo, I don't," and he was like, "No, honey. Believe that he actually loves you. He'll send you off to a good place."
Because he really thought...
That is like a mom and dad saying, oh, well, Betsy, our dog, went to the farm so she can roam free.
Is that what happened to you?
No. But that is a classic tale of some people is, oh, we sent her to a farm to roam and have a good time and to have a better life than living in our house kind of thing. Bro literally just did that to Trish. Nah, he not the greatest. You can say he's the mom of the group all you want, because he did take in a lot of people. Trish was not one of them people.
He really did try to take her in after that. You do realize that.
But he didn't do it before. He was just like...
No, he didn't do it before because he had a job to do. He had a job to do,
You don't want to become friends with someone that's your age?
What do you mean?
She around their age?
She's around Giorno's age. He's not Giorno's age.
So you're gonna sit there and say, like, you weren't friends with people that were, like, seniors in high school while you were a freshman?
When I was a freshman, I was not friends with grown adults.
Hold up.
And yes,
Correction,
I was.
You were the oldest of your family. I was the youngest. I was used to that shit.
Yeah, but I
had lots of older friends.
When I was a freshman, I dated a senior, so miss me. But besides that, okay. No, I'm not going to be friends with someone that's 10 years older than me, bro. Like, what are you talking about? I don't remember how old he actually is in the show, but I know it's not damn near fucking 15, 17, 18. He's a grown adult by the time the show is actually, his part starts. He's an adult, bro. Like, he paid taxes and shit, yo. Like, no, I'm not gonna be friends with that bro. What? Like, he is best mom for a reason, because he's actually an adult and a mom that takes care of these little niggas, bro.
You over here saying you don't have friends that are like full-grown adults. I make all my friends as full-grown
When
adults.
I was like a freshman, no.
Colonel,
Who?
when I worked in the woods, all of my friends were adults.
That's you. That's you.
And bruh is odd too.
Nigga, no, how is he odd? Besides the fact that he's a stat user, because everybody here is a stat user, so.
Actually.
Alright, if Caesar was if he was alive.
He's not either.
But he could see him. Some bullshit. Well, not see them, but he could see,
He's not.
shit. And uncanny novel he is.
No.
Did he have a standing eyes of heaven? Nah, he didn't have a standing. He didn't have a standing eyes of heaven. That's fine.
Other than that, well, no, he didn't. He just had his poke.
Okay, aside from the few Hamon users and regular people, like there's very few regular people. Everyone here is bizarre in their own right.
Well, Lisa isn't either, but you know, or this bitch. Shouldn't be same bitch. Same with this bitch.
Point is, I think that Bruno is a goat. He's goated there.
Fine.
I think he's a
I will
goat.
put Bruno as a goat. I should just put Bro here. I should put him here.
You know he's not, but you know he's not whack. Don't do that.
I
Stop
know.
it. Stop it.
But I would sit there and the most I would put him as amazing.
All right, fine. Let's do it. We can do amazing for now, and then once we get everybody where they gotta be at, if
You
the
reshuffle.
yeah, we'll reshuffle it.
Okay, I can agree with that.
All right. Next up, Caesar.
Zeppelini.
He's not a goat, but he
Stop!
above. He's not a goat. He's not a goat.
Stop.
He's not
His
a goat.
scene was goaded.
He's not a goat.
Bruh,
He good. He great. He's
gave
above
the
solid.
last of his Herman to Joseph.
What
That is a goat tier. Bro was like,
What did
before
Joseph
I
really do with
died.
it? What did Joseph
Here.
really do with it? What did Joseph really do with it, though?
He took it and
Didn't use it.
put on his headband
That's about it.
and no,
He
and he
didn't?
went after one boy.
Did he take the antidote that Caesar risked his life to try to get? Did he take it? Did he take it?
Did he?
No, he
I was
didn't.
like, I don't know.
He did.
I'm questioning this now.
Caesar's sacrifice was impactful as hell, and I still love it. It was still one of the things that got me into JoJo to begin with. At the same time, when you really break it down, it amounted to almost nothing. So look, he's not goated. I would put him in amazing tier at best, like, but not even a high amazing. He's like an A minus. If this is A, he's A minus.
Wow. Nah, I love my mans. You know how they treat the ladies.
He used a bitch for Haman. He used a bitch as a Haman fodder to fight Joseph, bro. What?
Nah,
That's
you know
disrespectful.
How they treat his ladies. All right.
Alright, so that's like my favorite JoJo villain so far. My favorite Jofo is Diavolo. But I'll admit that he is more of a they exist as kind of character, bro.
See, now I put him as whack just based off of his look. Because you know how I feel about his
First off, fuck you. The design is fire. The design is fire to me. He got one of my favorite Jofo designs. Other than Funny Valentine.
The hair literally looks like a failure of bleaching. Where you bled your hair onto other spots and you didn't mean to. So he's got leopard hair. Gross.
Look, all right. Let's ignoring that then. But even I think he has
If
good.
we
I think
gave
he has
him
good character
normal
design.
hair,
I think he has good character design. So let's judge it based off and I'll put this on the screen for the viewers. Before he got revealed as that.
you mean his shadow?
Yeah, his little shadow.
When he had his hair slicked back and
yeah.
looked actually cool.
Like he looked like extra crime boss. I gotta actually find
But it
that
never even
shit.
showed you his hair or anything.
Nah, I mean, it never really did. Just
Because it's all blacked out. but what about it?
Alright, so just kind of judge off of that. Yeah, and that's just someone's fan edition of it, really.
I was gonna say, I was like, bruh.
You never really saw, yeah.
He looks like he's wearing a do-rag.
Oh no, boy, that's kind of clean. That's kind of clean, yo. That's kind of clean. I'm gonna have to save this one.
If his hair did not look like that, I'd be 100% okay with how he looks.
I'll have to save this one so I can put it on the video, because this is kind of clean. This one's clean. Who made this? I gotta make sure I actually credit them. It just says it. Yeah, it just says part of the Shitpost Crusaders. So I'm from Shitpost Crusaders posted, but they didn't see the they didn't give credit to it. I'll just say Shitpost Crusaders. I'll give a link to it. Point is, aside from design, bro, I don't think that they're whack. I think that the ability, King Crimson's cool as shit. It doesn't make a lot of sense, but it's cool as fuck.
As you said before, words out of your own mouth in a previous discussion, he would be useless without
Epitaph. Yeah, well, Epitaph he's useless. We get it, but
wow, you didn't even let me finish.
Because I didn't think you was gonna remember the name, to be honest with you.
I was gonna say Dopios.
Oh well.
Stan.
Look. He would be useless, but because he has Epitaph as well as King Crimson, bro, I think he's dope. It's just that he wasn't implemented the best way. I think his actual backstory wasn't probably implemented the best way that it could be. But aside from that, I think the design is fire. King Crimson and Epitaph together is cool. You know, his voice in English and Japanese. His voice in Japanese was cool as shit. His voice in English had to grow on me. But when it grew on me, yo, that grew. Like, he sound cold. He sound cold, bro. When he told Paul there, it was like, you have been never so useful to me. He sounds like Xemnas. That's it. He sounds like Xemnas.
No, he does not.
He sounds like a little bit like Xemnas. That's what it is. Xemnas from Kingdom Hearts. Like, I think it's Kellen Garth who does it. And then he might have taken some lessons from Paul, because he sounds just like fucking Xemnas. Like, some not just like him, but sometimes he dips into that Xemnas feel, bro. I think that's why I like it. Because once I hear it, it's like, I can't unhear it. Alright, they exist. Keep it there. Dio Brando. Not Dio Brando. That's just Dio. That's Dio. That's
As
Dio.
You say. Because
Dio's a goat.
There's a
difference. There's a difference. And that's a goat. Dio's a goat. Not my favorite villain, but you know what? You gotta respect or disrespect or hate Dio for what he brings to the table.
Alright.
That's a goat. Zawal though. The meme, man.
Alright. Dopio.
That's a goat. That's a goal. That's a goal. Dopio's death was one of the saddest deaths of Part 5. Would you agree with me that was one of the saddest deaths of Part 5? Because he was just lying there. It is
really sad.
But Basu, he was crying out for Diavolo, bro. It was heartbreaking. All right, we got Arena Pendleton or Arena Joestar, whichever one you want to call her. Arena. Off this train to Part 2, I would say she's solid. But if we just taking her off of the picture that she's in, Phantom Blood, she exists.
I forgot she is in that part.
And the only reason why I'm saying that she's solid in Part 2 is because when somebody was talking shit on Smokey for being black and shit not being that, she stood up for him.
Well, I guess
so she's solid. And we take Battle Tennessee as well as Phantom Blood.
I was originally just thinking Phantom Blood, and I was gonna say Yoshi whack, but I forgot she did survive and she did do that shit. Yeah, so I was like, no, she actually is dope for that.
Then we got our first Universal whack coming up. Hugo Panchicata, whatever his last name is. We don't care. He a bitch ass nigga, bro.
He really is though.
And see, people get upset or that debate in the JoJo community saying like, well, what would you do if your friends were going on a suicide mission? Would you go with them? It's like,
yeah. So
I'm allowed to fight. Well, we can fight the boss's elite hitman squad. We could do that and survive. But the boss himself, no, we can't do that. Like, come on, that's not a real good excuse, bro. Because he already fought people that will be arguably more threatening than Diavolo. Arguably. And the fact that we have Purple Haze feedback, which not really canon, but the fact that we still do have that shows that is some regret to that character and that has more potential to be explored. And the fact that we didn't get that just makes him whack. He's whack. Speaking of another whack character, Giorno Giovanna has a dream.
Really?
I don't think he's as far as the JoJo's go, bro. Like I like his name. I like his theme. I like Korega or Korega. Requiem da.
Straight gonna put him on whack?
Yeah, I mean he is. I won't go that far, but he's. He just doesn't do it for me, man. Like he doesn't do it for me. I think a lot of his moments or his fight moments are enhanced, I think, by his theme. I'll give him the 7-page Muda, which was cool. That one moment against was a babyface that I cannot forget. Was when I turned the bike into I turned my head into the bike or some shit like that. I was like,
you know what bikes have? Gasoline.
I was like, bro, no, that's not. This is stupid. This is stupid.
No, you thought that was a fire
No,
moment.
it's fire
when that happened.
Because the song makes it fire. The song makes it fire. Without the song, it's so fucking stupid. It's like, to me, I put it on the same level as Josuke saying, "No problem. This is no problem at all." When he runs out of gasoline in the bike because he didn't know they had. It's the same level as that. Like that is so fucking extra, so stupid. And if we put Jotoro's theme over that scene with Josuke, that should have been fire. When we just take the theme out of it and just look at it by itself, it's like, it's kind of stupid, bro. It's kind of stupid. And I think Jotaro just has a lot of these come to Jesus moments, since he is Jesus, that just undermines his character a lot. So maybe we don't have to say he's whack, but he's not on the other level of the JoJo's, to me.
So, is he... They exist or whack?
What would you say? I'll let you have the final order on that.
I'd say he exists. I don't think he's as bad as Fugo.
Nah, he's definitely not as bad as Fugo. He's definitely not as bad as Fugo. In fact, I would even, if we're gonna put him in They Exist, I would say that he's at the top of the They Exist at least.
He doesn't want to move.
Alright, now Hayato. Hayato's a GOAT. Hayato's a GOAT. This man, no stand powers. You know, knew something was wrong with Yoshikage Kira or whatever he changed his name to when he took over his dad.
That wasn't my dad.
Knew something was wrong. Followed him. Decided to get some proof. He had to relay the same day over and over again, just thinking about new ways that he could beat this dude. All again without stand powers. Without stand powers at all. And this man was playing the long game.
I mean,
he's goated for that. He's goated for that. All because he wanted to protect his mom. He's a GOAT. He's a GOAT. I don't like.
But he also didn't want to accept that his mom was happier with this version
with a
of
serial
his dad.
killer. With a serial killer.
You didn't know it was a serial killer.
He knew something was up.
He was like, "This is not how my dad acts. He usually treats my mom like shit."
I didn't know. No. He just doesn't pay any mind at all. That's not treating like shit. He doesn't pay any mind.
If you walk into our house saying, "Yo, make me fucking food," as you sit down and put on the TV and do whatever the fuck you
That's
want.
actually what Yoshikage Kira did.
Nah. Bruh actually made the food. He was
after she said that was like nothing there or something like that was like
no,
leftovers or
she was
something
like,
you could
your
heat up.
food's over here. He was like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
he was like, okay, I'm gonna make food.
Yeah, he looked at it like, I don't want this shit, and he made it himself. But again, no. Like, we're not talking about Hayato's real dad.
The ideal fantasy husband for her.
Okay, fine, but again, we can talk that all day long, right? But that's not the question. The question is, why is Hayato a GOAT? And he's a GOAT because he saw that something was up with this dude, had to check it out, found that he was on some other shit, and was like, no, I gotta save Mom Dukes. I gotta save Mom Dukes.
Rohan did die because of this child.
Technically, they all died. Technically, they all died. And they all came back to life because he figured it out. Because he figured it out. No, because he figured it out. And he got a bites of dust to undo. He did it. Hayato did that. Hayato is a GOAT. He's a GOAT. Hayato, like, anybody that fights the way that he, or quote unquote fights, that fights the way that he did is a necessary GOAT.
Of course. put Whole Horse on your list?
Whack.
Wow. He's literally Misto with the fucking same shits.
He's actually, it's a better stand than Mista, technically speaking. It's just that he's in my opinion, he's just the worst character than Mista. At least Mista has, like, personality.
Fine. We'll leave it at there.
I know, what do you think about Whole Horse? Come on.
I mean, Whole Horse was interesting during his Unga Bunga.
The Boingo? Yeah, okay, fine, but that's because, I'll argue that's because of the Boingo brothers.
Well, no, it was just the one. It was one.
Yeah, I would argue that was just with him. I don't remember their names, but I would argue it was just with him,
But on top of that, he was standing behind that one wall with Polnareff, and Polnareff was acting stupid. Remember
yeah, because he was just trying to make the fucking prediction come. Bro, no. I would argue that the only reason why that episode was fun, or those episodes were funny, was because of the Oingo Boingo Brothers. Is actually just, they were great characters. They were great characters themselves. So having Whole Horse being able to play off of that was cool. That's the problem though. With Whole Horse, he has to play off of somebody. Like, he even says it himself, like, oh, he works best as a group. He said it himself because he had to play off of the Hanging Man, and that was just, I find it funny that Whole Horse is here, not like the Hanged Man or fucking the Oingo Boingo Brothers. Or
I know,
like
right?
Like, it's just Whole Horse.
I'm mad that Harvest is here, and neither are the brothers. Like, at least give me one.
Alright.
Holly. Correct?
Yeah, I'm good. That looks like Holly. I mean, it's not Susie Kid. Who else would it be?
I'm assuming it's Holly.
Alright, I mean, on the Chef and Cat Can't Wait, we put it in this, they exist, because I won't say she's whack. I mean, she can't control her saying, but on the Chef and Cat Can't Wait, she exists.
My only thing is, I feel like she whack because she does let her son call her a bitch.
Yeah!
Non-stop.
Yeah!
And is completely okay with it. She likes a toxic lifestyle.
She let her husband travel the world while she out here getting sick over her stand and shit. Like,
did she?
Yeah, that's why Jotaro's father not anywhere in this show. Like, he's like a traveling musician or something. No. Yeah, he's like a traveling musician or some shit like that, I think. Like, and he's alive. Jotaro's father is alive. But like,
seems to be a daddy issue with all these.
We'll come back to that. She'll come back to that.
Alright. 4 on your eyes?
Well, I'll just say she exists. I'll put it at the very end that she exists. I mean, like, well, Shanta Kakyoin. Speaking of, is he even on? Oh, yeah, he is. I was going to say, speaking of. Alright, Iggy. I'll put him in solid.
I got you.
Alright, no debates there. Like, I figure you want him a little bit higher.
I mean, he's either solid or amazing. So, I'm okay with that. If you would have said he exists or he whack, then I would have.
Nah, because he had it against Pet Shop, and against Vanilla Ice. He pulled up. You can't deny that, bro. Now, Jonathan Joestar, we talked about this a little bit earlier off camera. I think that he is a GOAT because without Jonathan Joestar, none of this would have happened. Jonathan, you need to pull one out for that homie, man. Like, he might not have a, technically speaking, he did have a stand, but. Which was Dio stand. Well, not Dio stand of the world, but like the little Hermit Purple lookalike shit. Technically speaking, that was supposed to be Jonathan's stand, apparently.
The Hermit Purple.
Remember when in the beginning of like Cyrus Crusaders, like he was able to find out what Joseph was because he also used like Hermit Purple, but it wasn't Hermit Purple. It was like some other shit coming from.
It was literally Hermit Purple.
But it wasn't.
it was literally his purple thorn.
Yes,
vine.
But it wasn't. It was Jonathan's. Apparently, it's Jonathan's stand. Like, and people in the community call it the Passion. Which is fucking stupid, but it doesn't have a canonical name. It's just called Jonathan's stand, but that's apparently what it is. So he does have a stand, and like give him that. It's still a stand. He start using Haman, and he started the Joestar's, internal crusade against evil. You gotta give Jonathan some credit. You gotta give him his flowers. He gave us the Lift This Rock meme, like Gift of Pluck. That was all Jonathan. You gotta give him that.
The only thing I will give him brownie points for is that he got revenge for my boy Danny.
Look. Look, you gotta give Jonathan. Like, think about.
I will put him as he exists.
No.
Because
give me at least solid.
Give me another reason why I should sit there and give him that.
Because without Jonathan's noble sacrifice on the boat, we don't have Lisa, and Lisa's a goat. I mean, she's not a goat-headed character, but she's. If we don't have Lisa, we don't have Joseph. We know how much you love Joseph.
I was like, that would be a better thing than saying, oh, Lisa's a goat. Like, excuse me, did you watch the same thing I did? She definitely got her ass beat by cars.
Because cars cheated. The cars cheated. Alright, look, give me at least solid. At least solid.
Fine.
Alright. Alright, the GOAT himself. Young Joseph Joestar. I gotta specify that. Young Joseph Joestar. That's a GOAT. No debate. That's a GOAT. Josuke. It's a GOAT. Look at the hair. It's a GOAT. Don't do that. Don't do that. No.
Oh. I didn't know that stuff.
That's a GOAT. He a GOAT.
See, now you were over here saying you only wanted 5 goats, and I already knocked one of your goats off.
I think we gonna rearrange it later.
Alright, well, my man's going to goat.
We'll rearrange it later.
Wow. You have all of these, and I have one.
You have Joseph.
Because we both agreed.
Oh, so Doppio not a GOAT? Dio not a GOAT?
I don't think Dio's a GOAT.
We'll arrange it. Right. Kakyoin.
What?
Oh. That's amazing.
I was going to sit there and say he is amazing.
He's amazing, bro. Like, deductive skills, top notch. Memes, top notch. His sacrifice, his theme. Kakyoin a GOAT. He a GOAT. The final Emerald Splash. No one can deflect that bitch. Cars? I wish we had one move.
ACDC.
No, not ACDC.
No, what's the irrelevant one?
Sade Vento or something like that. Santana, some shit like that.
So, what would you put him as? And I'll tell you what I would put him as.
As a villain, he was a solid villain, but as far as anything other than anything with his character, he's pretty whack to me.
I was gonna say whack because a lot of it's bullshit, plot armor kind of shit.
Yeah, I'll give you that. I mean, like I said, as a villain, I think he's pretty solid.
I think he's a very beautiful villain, and his cool personality is pretty dope. Or the I don't give a damn kind of personality. But, other than that, pretty whack. Your man's...
Not mine, it's Jotaro's man's. I mean,
tell me you don't love his stand.
So Echoes is a dope stand. It's a big brain stand. It's not even my favorite stand on this list, though. Like, what do you...
Tell me you didn't JoJo pose him.
Because Echoes is it, bro. Echoes is it.
You lost it. It's mine now.
It's alright. Echoes is it. So I would say that he's a... I'm not going to say he's amazing. Like, I'm not Jotaro going to be like, you're the most reliable guy I ever met. Like, I'm not going to do that. But I will say, though, Koichi is a solid pick because, one, he is reliable. Like, he does step up when he needs to step up. And Echoes is a big brain stand that's actually just fun to watch every time it's on.
I would say he's solid.
I say he's solid. That's what I'm saying.
So,
solid pick.
Well, I'm just saying solid because of... What is your name? The Lock?
Oh, Yukaka. Love Deluxe. First name.
Yeah. I would sit there and say, like, for that moment that they had in the series of her, you know, with her whole makeover garbage, and what he said to her was very cute. And so I can give him that. So I'd say he's solid. So we both agree.
What about Lisa?
Nice.
How about to edit that in?
Nice.
Put the subtitles on the YouTube. What do you think?
I think she exists or she whack.
I'm gonna say, I mean, she was kind of hyped up, to be honest with you. Like, I expected more. Don't get me wrong, Cars did cheat, but I can only think of, like, the one that she fought against, like, the door vampire. I can think of that, and she just kind of incinerated him. You're like, oh shit, she must be cold. But then, like, the only other fight you saw with her was against Cars. You mean the one
that she literally was just like, don't talk to me kind of thing? Flowing scarf garbage.
Yeah, just they deleted him. So you was like, oh, she cold. And then when she get into an actual real fight, it don't matter that Cars cheated. It's just she got a ragdoll, and then Cars played the leg with a guitar, bro. Come on now.
I feel like she was just overly hyped.
Yeah, like
that's
what I'm saying. Go ahead.
She was like, "Oh, I'm not gonna teach you how to use your Hamon. I'm gonna throw you in this ditch, and put this mask on you and say, figure it out." She was kind of lazy, a lot. She kind of never really helped them. She just kind of was like, figure it out yourself.
But isn't that kind of how Will taught Jonathan, though?
Who?
Baron Zappelli taught Jonathan. I mean, he basically was like, here you go, jab him in the stomach. Yo, you're healed now. You can lift this rock, and all that Hamon shit, you got to basically you got to figure it out. I mean, he kind of just gave him a little bit of instruction, but I feel like with the Hamon thing, yeah, they
but
basically
he also
figured themselves out.
You know, was with him to guide him, and I feel like if
to be fair, she was with him.
That
she was with him.
Since her walked away when they were in that hole.
Yeah, okay, yes,
she was like, baby.
Yes, that initial training, yes. But I would argue that she, Logs, and the other guy, I can't remember his name, he died. They were with him.
No, I can tell you, she did not care about her own son. She cared about Caesar. She was literally training with Caesar on the one thing.
Yeah, but that was to protect him.
We're like, I guess he should be done his test. Let me go check on him. As he's already defeated a Pillarman by himself.
Defeated. ACDC wasn't beat yet.
Okay, but
anyway. Okay, again, we're not saying she's the greatest mother ever, alright? But I would say in her extenuating circumstances, I think she did do the best that she can do. I wouldn't necessarily I'm not calling her whack or they exist. I agree with it. She is low tier. But I'm saying she's dead because she was misused and she was hyped up. I don't think that she's a bad mother. I mean, I think that she did the best she could do in her circumstances.
I mean, for her,
it's not her fault.
If you're saying the whole situation and why she did it, I'm not judging that. Yeah, but I'm judging what she did during that.
Yeah, look.
As you taking the role of a teacher, you're not going to just do that and be okay with it. I don't care if you're his mom and you don't want to tell him. The whole thing is, you are the teacher. You are there to teach the student.
And some students need to learn the hard way.
Okay, then throw something at them.
Yes, like throw them in a tower filled with oil.
No. She didn't even throw them.
I don't even know how. I think what they did just jump down there. I don't even know how they got in that bitch. Did she not throw them? She pushed them, something like that.
I think she pushed them or kicked them.
I don't fucking a trap door. I don't remember. Point is,
it might have been a trap door. Yeah,
I don't remember. I just air stuff in the island. I just remember that. Okay.
So what did you say?
I would say she's in between the existing whack.
Well, there is no in between, so.
We put them at the end of the exist. Nah, you don't put it before after Holly. Come on, put it before Holly at least.
See, now I was over here like, is she compared to Whole Horse and Fugo and Cars? Yes.
She is comparable to that?
Yes. She is not comparable to Abdul. By the way, you told me to do this.
Yeah, we definitely put in Jordan.
I definitely would have put Abdul first.
Alright, we will again. Anyway. We don't Mister.
Oh.
I love Mister, but he not a goal. He not even amazing. He kind of solid. I love Mister, but he kind of solid. Yo, he shoot himself more than he shoot the enemy. He just letting that shit go. He just be letting that shit go. Like, he be hurting.
Hell.
He be hurting. He be hurting too. He be like up there, like bow, 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 bow. He fought I can never remember this nigga name, but when he fought White Album, and he was like, "Dog, do you listen to anything like that? It's just gonna come back to you." He's like, "Nah, I love Mister, but nah, yeah."
Yeah, I'm sure.
What you say?
I'd put him up around like amazing because I find him as a very entertaining character, and his personality changes are great.
I'll give you that. I'll put him in amazing off the strength of the "I'll kill you, Hugo," and as well as the Volare Via was hard when he fought Crush and the other. I can't remember. I think it was like, what is it? Talking Head.
And then you also have, the torture dance. Bro, let off.
True. Naracha, give Naracha that. Gotta give Naracha the flowers. Okiyatsu, you gotta give him an amazing too. You gotta give him amazing.
I was gonna say, I will put him pretty high up. Just don't sit there and say that he's
not a goat. He's not goated. Oh, Joseph Joestar.
Correction. Part 3, Joseph.
Okay, fine. Not like part 4 old, but yes.
I was like, you can't just say old.
That's what they say in the game. In the Eyes of Heaven, they say Joseph Joestar and then old Joseph. So he's old Joseph. Like, what we putting him at?
I know what I'd put him at.
What?
Amazing. Except for it should say, "Oh my god."
Nah, see, I think he's solid. Like, let's think about what he really did. Who did he really beat up, or who did he really like hang with in part 3? The Empress. That was it.
What?
The little Empress. The Empress.
What are you talking about?
The stand that was on his shit when he actually hit him with the when he was actually like old school Joseph when he was at the next Yosei line, and the only time he said it in part 3.
Okay.
That was the only time he really stepped up in part 3, I think.
But you have the comical moment of The Rock. And everyone else laughing and bro being like, "What is this?"
Okay, but that's not like...
You have his classic "Oh my god" and "Oh no."
Yeah, but again, I would argue that only makes him solid and not they exist. Because everything else, Joseph really wasn't hitting the same in part 3. In part 3, because... Blasphemous, I know. I started with part 3. Blasphemous, I'm aware how the JoJo community thinks about those people. And he was not a fan. He was not a character that I liked it. And when I went through it. Now, when I went back and I watched part 1 and 2, he became one of my favorite characters of the whole series. But when you go back and you watch, after watching part 2 and then you watch part 3 again, it's like, yo, they really did hold the fuck out of this character. And I get it because they want Jotaro to be the main JoJo. I get it. But he's not. He ain't the same, man. You gotta let it go. If you love him.
I'll let you.
If you love him, let him go.
Hold my breath.
Jean-Pierre.
I am very French.
Jean-Pierre. He's... Like, I would say he's somewhere in between the amazing and solid line. I would say he's at the very top of being solid. Like, he I don't think he's amazing yet.
I was gonna say that pompadour style is amazing. These skills it takes to get it like that, it's amazing to Ricardo.
Nah, bro.
Your boy is goated, and you just said for his hair.
I didn't say for his ass because he is a goat.
You said look at that hair.
Yeah, look at the hair. True. And he's the prettiest. First off, he's like the prettiest JoJo. First off, prettiest JoJo.
Prettiest on your aspect.
Prettiest JoJo. Like he got amazing hair. Crazy Diamond is a goat tier stand. You know.
He cute. I wouldn't say he's the prettiest or the sexiest.
And I think he's one of the more realistic JoJos that we ever got. He's because he.
I do my hair because one day during a winter storm when I was 4 and dying, this guy that had this kind of hair saved me.
Yes, he's my hero. He's my hero. So think about it like this: a little kid gets into maybe a traumatic, life-changing event by a police officer, or some kind of still work with someone. They try to help out, does his best, and now he looks up to this person. Now he wants to be a police officer. He wants to be a firefighter, whatever. So,
there's a difference between wanting to be that,
but it's a respect factor. It's a respect factor.
and doing your hair like that.
But it's kind of like the respect factor. Like I look up to this individual, and besides, but like even kind of barring that, when you look at Josuke as a whole, you know, he's just kind of this guy who he has his ability. He doesn't want to, and he kind of knows that he has his ability. I mean, he's had Crazy Diamond for a very long time. You can kind of tell. But he doesn't want to. He doesn't want to really use it. He's not trying to save the world and shit. Like he was never trying to do that. He just wasn't somebody that's going to look at injustice and turn a blind eye to it. I think that's a normal way to look at it. That's the Ichigo Kurosaki way to look at it, if you will. You know, that's the, and I said this to you a lot. You know, the when Ichigo says I'm not so much of a saint. I'm going out of my way to go save everybody. But I'm not so much a scum that I'm going to turn a blind eye to something happening right in front of me. And that's kind of what Josuke was in the beginning. And it took him until his grandfather died, something actually happening to him, you know, personally, for him to get more involved in it. And that's pretty realistic.
Do you want on a really big tangent? Just because I said Polnareff's hair.
Because I don't think Polnareff is amazing. I think, like, look.
You said he was in the middle between solid and amazing.
So I was saying that he's at the top of a solid, but he's not amazing just yet.
Wow.
He's not there just yet. No, Rohan is amazing. Heaven's Door is a GOAT tier ability.
Bro is a very sexy being. Whack. No discussion.
She get you. Yeah.
Whack. Harvest. Whack.
No one can defeat Harvest.
Whack.
No one can defeat
Tiny
Harvest.
Soldiers can.
That's not their god. Are you talking about the toy
Bad
soldiers?
Company.
Yeah, Bad Company.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I say just. Anyway. My man's.
I
Ariel.
mean, I'm not about to put him in the gold or amazing. I think he's solid, like he's there, but I'm not.
He
I'm
has
not
the
most
foundation.
I'm
he
not-
helps them out.
like I'm not the most of the JoJo community. But like, oh, he's the best waifu or what? This that. I'm not that.
I'm not saying
I'm not.
I'm not right in that.
He's solid. He's solid. Like yeah, he. But what he besides the Speedwagon Foundation, that's really just not. That's he started, but it's not me. He not doing that in part 3, part 4, part 5, whatever. What has he really
it's still
done?
Going on. That does help the family.
It does. I'm saying like,
It's
but
just
he's
he
not
died.
doing it. Like
He doesn't roll up because he died.
I'm just saying, what his Speedwagon himself really did, man. Like that's.
He was very scared the whole time.
Yeah, he was still there. He was still there. So so he's solid. He's solid. Like I'm not putting him in amazing here, bro. Like he wasn't with me shooting in the gym. Now Stroheim, he was amazing.
Oh, that is that.
Stroheim was amazing, bro. Stroheim.
He's amazing?
Yeah, he was out there.
He
was
has
out there.
superior German engineering.
He did, and he was with them fighting with cars.
He should be goated.
Should be golden. If you want to put him in golden.
Superior
German
German engineering.
If you want to put him in golden fun. All right, look, Josuke's mom gotta be amazing tier.
Why?
First off, that's Josuke's mother.
Okay.
Second off, Okiyatsu, who has the spirit of Kakyoin, thinks she's hot. Third off,
That just makes all of the moms have to be on the same level as her, if you're gonna say that.
no, that's the spirit of Kakyoin. Third off, I would argue that she's not this like kind of damsel in distress character, even though that she was in distress against Paperboy. I can't remember his name, Enigma, I think. Even though that she was, but she does act like, you know, she has some kind of backbone or something. Like she noticed that something was wrong when Angelo came through with as disguised as the milkman. She noticed that shit. She's actually observant, as opposed to Holly, and kind of like how Lisa just kind of exists. I mean, Lisa has her own agency, but how they were underused. I think Tomoko, as just a mom character, she really didn't take no shit, and she was kind of normal. She didn't really fight nobody, but she didn't really take no shit from people either, bro. And she didn't play the damsel in distress, except for like against Enigma, which was pretty much bullshit.
There's only one mom that I will give a high position on here.
Who?
That's Bucciarati. That's the only one I'll give a high tier on.
Fine.
I wouldn't sit there and say, is as high as you want it to be. I want to say she existed. You can't sit there and say, oh, well, she's the whole Kakyoin passing
that was just
on,
a joke. That was just a joke.
you got
It was
Lisa and Holly.
That was just a joke. The actual point was the fact that she has more agency for a character that doesn't have any kind of special powers. That was really why I would put it there. But what? Okay, you could put it into the exist category. It's fine.
Why you say it like that?
It's fine.
I will put her
We got Pro Jam coming up next.
before the other females. Okay?
Alright, what about Pro Jam? Tonio.
He's solid. I wish he existed.
Yeah, his
I
food
would
stamp be
love to go there
lit. Facts.
and just fix all my problems real quick.
Alright, so he's solid.
Come on, you're drinking coffee.
I know, right? Alright, Trish.
And a lot of coffee at that.
Trish. She said she's whack?
No.
Why would Trish...
I was saying you whack.
Wow.
Oh. Trish.
I would say it's kind of different because like part 1 she was pretty like they exist or like part 1 of part 5. But
When you first met her, she was straight whack. She was a... I don't know if I'm allowed to say that.
I've been saying words.
I would say...
I wasn't gonna say that though. There's a level. Like there's a level to what you can say. Jesus, I will bleep that out.
Or you just edit it out. Anyway. Stop yawning!
The second part though, like
I would just
Trader's
say
Requiem part, you know, when she got Spice Girl, like she kind of tried, you know.
She exists.
All right, fine, she exists.
I'm gonna poke you so you can lift this rock.
He exists. Yo, I'm.
I mean, what would you do if you're just walking with your girl? Me.
hurt.
In
too.
pain. And some bro just came over and jabbed you in the stomach. And then was like,
I can lick this rock. And then he
you're
didn't
like
hurt the frog.
in pain.
He didn't hurt the frog when he used his ripple technique on the water. I don't think he's a magician. And he was looking like that. He looked like that too. It's like, he's a magician.
I mean, during those times, you might sit there and say a magician or a witch.
It was like 1820 something. No, 1890 something, bro. Nah. What year did the blood take place? It was definitely like
I'm pretty sure
I'm saying it was
that would
definitely
still
like
be around what's it called.
Nah. What year? Because you think about Harry Houdini, shit. Like when was he around?
Is that who you're comparing him to?
Yeah, yeah, really. Yeah, 1880s is when it took place. So when was Houdini? When was Houdini around? I mean, well, he was born in 74. When was he active, I guess? Years active was 1891 to 1926. So that means that was just 10 years before Houdini was Houdini, bruh. So I don't think they were that. I don't think they're at that level yet.
Wait, what?
So Phantom Blood took place in the 1880s. Harry Houdini became active as a magician in 1890.
Okay.
So I don't think that they were still sailing witch trials everybody out there right at that point. They had to be beyond that point if magicians were starting to become popular.
I guess.
Point is, Baron Zeppeli, like Will Zeppeli, he exists to me, bro. He cool. I mean, he was fighting with Jonathan in the gym. He was cool. He was shooting in the gym with him, but he wasn't like everything. You say, oh, you gonna just do it? Just gonna do it.
He is a goat.
Is he a goat? Is Yoshikage Kira a goat?
Yup. I'm just a simple man living a simple life.
Is he so he in the same level of ability as Dio?
I think he's better than Dio.
He not better than Diavolo? Like what?
Not Diavolo.
Diavolo, we put him right
I thought
here.
you were talking about
Doppio? I mean,
my mind goes to Doppio whenever you say Diavolo.
Get the That's the true one. I don't care what no one
That's
says.
the true
That's
goat.
the true. That's the true one. But yo, come on, Killer Queen. The only reason why Yoshikage Hero is
We'll
cool
find
is because
it.
of Killer Queen.
I'll put him down one.
That's the only reason why he's cool is because of Killer Queen, and the theme song kind of goes with anything that's bad. His theme song goes with anything bad happening.
We like that he's a serial killer.
So is
With his
Diavolo,
weird
basically.
methods. What is his weird quirk? What did he do? He doesn't grow out his nails
He
and
has
then
DID.
cuts them and puts them in a log and
He has
puts them in a
he has
jar.
DID.
What?
DID.
Dead on arrival?
Dissociative identity disorder.
Ramsha has issues too. But you don't see us sitting there and saying that shit about him.
But so I'm saying what deal? Like, you can't say that they're all serial killers. Just because one is a small town serial killer doesn't mean they're not all serial killers, bro. They've all committed atrocities.
I mean, if you're a mobster, are you really considered a serial killer?
Yes!
Or just a mass murderer?
Yeah, you're a serial killer. You've been murdering. You murdered it. It fits your MO. Your MO was if they stop getting your money, and you gonna kill them. That fits your MO. Your MO.
What's it called? Considered a serial killer?
Oh,
Capone?
is he?
I don't think he is. So I don't think he's on the same level.
He is.
I don't think you can be a mobster, gangster kind of thing and be a serial
You
killer.
are, but technically speaking, by the technical definition of being a serial killer, you are a serial killer, bro.
I feel like
You definitely are a serial
if
killer.
you're a serial killer, well, one, from modern day and age, if you don't have the McDonald traits, then you're not a serial killer.
All right, what are they?
Pyromaniac, wetting the bed past the age of 12, he's killing small animals or torturing them.
Dopio.
He's killing or torturing small animals?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
He buried them bitches under the fucking floorboards of the house and shit.
その夜、村は大火事に見舞われ、強風がすべての家々を焼き払った。原因は不明。
He was burying because that's what he got to graduate. I'm not. Maybe I'm like remembering this wrong, but I'm pretty sure like he used to torture like these little animals and shit that because he was getting picked on and made fun of as a kid, and that's when he made this Diavolo type of identity that he would basically torture shit with, and eventually he graduated from like animals into that girl that he met. And he like kept burying them underneath the floorboards of the fucking house that he stayed in. Like that nigga crazy. That nigga crazy. That nigga Dopio was crazy, bro. Like that's
That little girl that he met.
I mean, not a little girl. I mean, they were the same age, I think. Like she was on vacation wherever island they're from. I don't remember what island they're from. But she was on vacation there, and he buried them under the floorboards, and they burnt the whole town down when she got discovered. You remember do you remember that he burnt the whole town down? His backstory, or that someone burnt the town down?
Was this during the time where they were picking up trash?
Nah, this was after. This was when they were going after him.
I don't remember it.
This is like after like when Abakio. I think this is either before or right after Abakio died. When they was talking about this backstory.
I know I was awake for Bakio dying.
I'm
I was
playing.
awake after that.
Like, and maybe I am remember this, that like he had to graduate from small animals and shit first, but I know for a fact he did bury that girl underneath the house, because when she was found, he burnt the whole town down. I remember that, and that's when Diavolo started speaking to him like,
I wonder if he's a Scorpio.
he's a Scorpio, because he's Scorpion, burned the shit down, or
I forget what the zodiac sign is that a lot of serial killers have, but I think it's like Scorpio or Gemini.
well, point is Dopio
Anyway.
crazy too. So we can't.
Love the locks, bitch.
Shit, she crazy too. You fucking about.
She is up there.
She up there.
I mean, not like up there on the tier list, like
she-
up there
she-
as in the wacko meter.
She crazy as shit. Shit.
That kind of works though. Up there in the wacko meter.
She put her in a whack. I think you could put her in whack. I wouldn't mind it. Alright, and then we have, I can't remember her name, but Hayato's mom. We put her in whack.
Yeah, she really is.
She
whack.
pretty whack
She's
for
nutty
that.
too.
She whack for that, bruh. Like, I do feel bad for her because she's gonna be waiting for her husband to come home, who would never come home now because he's dead. And
That's really weird though that she didn't even realize that her husband changed. Like her son realized that he was acting different. She did not.
I don't know. I think she did realize that she just didn't care. Like, I mean, I think because what you were talking about earlier, she liked it.
Well, yes, you liked it, but you wouldn't have like a sneaking suspicion kind of thing. Like if you started acting some kind of way,
Like, what?
I'd be like, "Are you
I'm
cheating on me? Like, what the fuck's going on?"
I mean, and maybe they had that discussion, but it's like, come on, the discussion of that I'm another person I stole your husband's face and body. Like that's they wouldn't think of that. They wouldn't think of that. Come on now.
But she got attacked by a plant that looks like a cat that was buried right there the other day.
She thought the plant was cursed. She thought the plant was cursed.
Oh yeah.
She couldn't see Stray Cat's bullets.
But there's some things flying from the direction of this flower where I buried this cat.
She doesn't even know they're flying. I think they just exploded near her, like. Because,
no, I'm pretty sure it hit her.
No, I know. I'm saying exploded near her, like, because it broke her toenail, like, it made her bleed or something like that. But it's like, she can't see that shit happening.
I think it broke her sandal.
Like, yeah,
That's what you're thinking about.
Yeah, like, she can't see that shit happening, though. Like, she don't know that's happening.
You might not be able to see that because you're not a stand user.
合ってるのはこの女のせいだと彼は怒っている
But your only other logical thing is a poltergeist. During the broad daylight outside where you buried this cat. That was Stray.
Alright, no, that was Stray. Like, that changes.
Well, yes, because it wasn't like your good old buddy pal Tinkerbell the cat.
Tinkerbell the cat.
I don't know. I couldn't think of a cat name. I was gonna say Bessie, and I was like, that's not a cat name either. But it's not like, you know, it was your good old pet that you had for years. But anyway.
Well, you know what? We'll keep her in the whack list. Now we gotta do some rearranging here. Starting with the whack list, okay?
The whack list is fine.
The whack list is fine. So Fugo, then Whole Horse, then Cars.
Oh, I guess we are talking about who's the wackest of them all. Fugo's definitely.
He's the whack. You put him on the whack.
Yeah, you gotta ride or die for your friends. I'm sorry if you're gonna sit there and do that stuff. You whack.
So in that same vein, you want to put Whole Horse there because he just left fucking Hanged Man to die.
Yeah, probably.
At the same time, but
Who's
keep in mind,
worse, though?
Whole Horse also tried to kill Dio. He did try.
I guess he's better than what's it called? Fugo for at this moment. She nutty. She definitely gonna go down here. No, she better than what's it called. She a little whacker.
I think that we should put Shigechi above Cars, honestly.
Who?
Shigechi. Harvest. Because, again, he did make the plot happen. His death not only made the plot happen, and at the same time, he's a little kid. So you can say whatever you want about him stealing and trying to rip off Josuke and Okuyatsu, but again, he's a little kid. Trying to make a come up, bro. Obviously, Josuke and Okuyatsu weren't, I mean, they were upset, but they weren't, like, hating on the kid, because they were really devastated when he died. To which Josuke said that he was someone that you couldn't really hate. I mean, exactly, like, he was just a little shithead. But he was a lovable little shithead. He tried at the very end to, like, to make things right. And he definitely did try to warn Josuke and try to get help.
Right.
It just didn't work.
What do you think of this order?
What, that order? Okay.
I'm tempted to leave these two. But also I don't know.
Alright, well, let's move on to the exist for now, though. Alright, so I still think Jordan could stay at the top of the exist.
I feel like Abdul is better than what's called. Or at least Diavolo or both of them.
What?
Are better than Pokemon.
It was better than Jordan? Oh no! You gotta give him the fact that so he has
Abdul
cool
more
poses.
personality and all than Jordan.
He does, but I think Jordan got cooler poses.
What?
Jordan got cooler poses.
I just got No.
Oh, he also got Gold Experience Requiem. He got Korega Requiem da.
Okay, Diavolo has been stuck in an infinite time loop of deaths.
Alright, I think you should put Zabelli right under Diavolo. And then put Trish right under Zabelli.
Really? I really don't find Trish high up. But...
She put in she did something. You could switch around Tomoko and Lisa, honestly.
What?
I was saying like switch them around, like Tomoko, she may know the bottom, or can go like right before Holly or whatever. Man, I still think she's better than Holly, but at least Lisa put up, she fought. You think Lisa's worse?
You want Lisa to have Tomoko?
Yeah, no, I'm thinking about it. Nah, I think she's,
Like,
I think she's fine the way she is.
But also, this makes me sad. I guess it's fine because she is kind of on the borderline of whack. Because she does let her son call her bitch.
Alright, so let's go with the solid crew. Okay. I think Koichi is gonna be the head of the solid crew.
Why?
Because I'm looking at the fact that, again, even in context, Jotaro says he's one of the most reliable people over Porteref. Just throwing it out there, over that nigga. At the same time, bro, Echoes again is such a fun stand just to watch, in my opinion. I think it's funner than watching kind of some of the other fights.
Out of we saying what stands are entertaining to watch, I think Sex Pistols is better than Koichi's.
Yeah, okay, but in defense of that, Echoes doesn't. Koichi, when he uses Echoes, doesn't fucking hurt himself. He actually wins fights.
Alright, but they have snap time.
Give me one fight that missed the one that wasn't arts and craft. Cause that's the only one I can think of. Yeah, exactly.
What is arts and craft?
Exactly. You don't even remember that shit. It was the guy that could stop shit in midair or whatever. And he was tapping the bullet to send it back. Yeah.
That one. Wasn't that on like? It wasn't the train. Where was that?
It was like on top of a fucking man.
Oh,
Yeah. So I'm like, yeah. Besides Arthur Craft, who did he really beat? He was useful in fighting White Album. He was useful with
I mean, his
Chocolata, but
he did successfully do what he had to do in the Coliseum. Once he dropped the amount of bullets, he was done.
Wait, what did he have to do in the Coliseum?
He had to like make sure that person that they didn't know who was not able to move.
It was him. It was him. At the end of the day, though, it was him. He was the one that
But they didn't know that. So they were like, oh, it has to be this person because that's the only other body.
Look,
We gotta make sure they don't get close to us.
Mister is one of the most loyal people, I think, but is he more loyal than Koichi? Let's say that. Is he more loyal than Koichi? Koichi was on the same level as fucking Speedwagon as I Am Very Afraid in the beginning, if you think about it. He was on the same level as that shit. He got thrown into all the stand pieces. She got shot with the arrow, got thrown into it. Mister kind of chose that life, but Koichi was just thrown into it, and he adapted very well. If we gonna say that, I think we should put Abakio. Yeah, never mind. You gonna put Jonathan at the end? Over Arena?
He's with his bitch.
You mean under Arena? Under Arena? You gonna put Speedwagon over Jonathan?
Yes.
Why?
Yes.
Why?
Because
what?
he's been there for his family even after he's perished. He's been more of a dad than he has.
Who has? He has what? He died for his child. And a
It wasn't
child.
even their child.
Arena was pregnant.
Was she?
Yes, because if she wasn't pregnant and Jonathan died, that means that George Joestar would not be a true Joestar.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
So
Bro was
she was pregnant.
I mean, you sure she didn't have sex with someone else?
Hey, I don't think
After
Arena would.
that
I don't think
happened?
Arena would do that. I don't think Arena would do that.
I think if you lost your husband and you're tired of this fucking bullshit that there's been some weird vampire going after y'all, I think you would. I would.
Okay, well, thank you. I don't think Arena would do that though. And that being said, because I don't think Arena would do that, I just don't think we put it there. I think that Speedwagon should be at the end of this list here.
Why?
Again, what does Speedwagon really accomplish?
He had his own X amount of $1 billion foundation to help the Joestars. And has always helped them if they needed.
I'm glad.
When they
Okay,
were
that's
stranded
great.
in the desert with baby Death 13 garbage, he sent out a helicopter. He sent out stuff. They gave him a submarine.
He didn't send that out.
He did.
The Speedwagon Foundation found that out, but he didn't send it out.
He was the one that knew about it.
He was already dead.
Nah.
He was already dead. He
Nah.
died.
Nah.
He died in between
Nah.
part 2 and 3.
He lives in you.
He does not. Not in me. Maybe in you. I would put Abakio after Joseph. I would definitely put Abakio after Joseph. No, I'll put him before Tonio. Put him before Tonio.
Who?
Iggy.
I didn't mean to. I was trying to put him back. Anyway. So, are we
Okay.
put without?
That's alright. The amazing list. No, okay, Okiyatsu is probably one of the better joke bros. I mean, I think they're like top. You just move and shit. Yeah, there's no word for Yoshikage Hero here, isn't it? It's crazy. It's crazy how this entire list is just Joe Bros except for Yoshikage Hero. I'm just saying. That entire amazing category is just...
Is this what you want?
I wouldn't put him in the beginning of solid, but I guess like I guess
That's-
I would
you
take
have
that.
no
I would
choice.
take that compromise. I would take that compromise,
Mr. Joe Bros, motherfucker.
and then I will put. Okay, hold on, no. What? No, put. What's it? Wait. Okay,
Yes, you're right. Kakyoin should go first.
he should not. I think if we're not gonna have Bucciarati and Golda, he still should be the tier of amazing. Everyone else is probably for second. You know, if anything, I'll put Okiyatsu over Kakyoin for second, though.
Why?
I think Okiyatsu was the best Joe you could have. Putting Dio on the anime? What's your reason behind that?
He would not like me.
He's not?
No. He killed Danny.
Oh, that was Dio Bryan, though. We talking about Dio.
It's still Dio.
we talking
That
about
is still a remnant of him.
we talking about Dio. Nah. This is before Joseph Joestar Blood.
Anyway. He killed Joseph.
Oh, Joseph. I mean, he didn't really kill him either. I mean, he came back, I guess. Like,
Because of his grandson?
grandson.
Quick thinking.
Bullshit quick thinking, because, you know,
Nah.
apparently you can bring back niggas from the dead, but Josuke can't. Like,
It's because he's weak. He's of weak blood.
he's a weak blood. He's literally of Joseph's blood. He's literally of Joseph's
He's out
blood.
of wedlock.
He's literally of Joseph's blood.
He's born out of wedlock.
Crazy
He's weak blood.
Crazy Diamond is a better 7-star platinum.
Nah.
Okay. Yeah, we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about that golden list in a second. All right, but as far as I still think Okiyatsu should go top of the amazing. We won't put Jiraiya out, and then probably like Kakyoin should go next. To be honest with you, Narancia, Rohan, and Caesar can. That's fine. That's fine to me. Now, as far as golden, Put Shoheim down there.
Yeah, I guess.
Put Shoheim or Shoheim.
Fine then, I'll put him back up.
No, that's fine.
Because
That's
it's superior
fine.
German
that's fine.
engineering.
That's fine. You put him there. You put him there. So fine.
Superior German engineering.
All right, now if we go talk about the goats though. All right, Joseph should be top as he is, right?
Okay.
Then I will make the strong case that Josuke is better as a better written character than Jotaro.
But that's not next. We're talking about Bucciarati.
Okay, but I'm saying that I think Josuke should be second.
Why?
Because Josuke is a better written character than Jotaro.
He's now got a better line. He's now got a better line.
First of all, I do think Gureito is much better than Yada Yada.
Yada Yada.
I do think that Gureito is much better than Yada
Yada
Yada.
Yada.
But aside from that, the problem with Jotaro is that he's literally given everything. No, don't get me wrong, he does quote unquote work for some of the stuff. But whenever he has an issue, he just solves it by plot. Starfinger was very plot. Very plot. Aside from him being able to just automatically copy the world's power and, you know, utilize it with that same stand bullshit, very plot.
Because your stand's like mine.
It's so much plot that the community had to make up ways to make that sound cooler. So like people had said that the world's actual power was to copy the powers of the Joestar, the lineup. That's why he could use the passion or quote unquote the passion. That's why he could do that shit and also use Star Platinum's time stop ability and all that. And that makes a lot more sense because like the world as an Arcana is something that you get after having all the rest of the Arcanas once you go through your full journey. So it would make sense that if you have the world, you'll be able to tap into the other Arcana. So that makes sense. However, that's not confirmed. That's just a fan theory. And that still would seem that he still has the same power as the main villain and using that power just as well, even not better than the main villain when he just gets it. That's kind of Gary said. And then Eyes of Heaven. Which you were not there for me to beat Eyes of Heaven, but I told you that he somehow said it's the same type of state as the world over fucking heaven.
10 out of 10.
Super bullshit. Supreme bullshit.
What if?
Supreme.
What if he's like Midoriya and can get other abilities along with his own?
Do you know how that works? Did you get that far? Is the anime that far?
No, you've told me about it.
Yeah, but I'm not saying the anime's not that. But that's not okay. So that's not necessarily how that works. So he's not. He's not.
How do you know? How do you know they're not writing him like that?
Because at this point he's dead, and they would have probably explained that. I
They
mean,
don't gotta explain nothing.
Maybe
They're waiting for the smartest person to be like, "Hey yo," so they can feature them in a manga with the stand. When they call out, "Hey yo, this is what actually was going on."
Look, bro, Jotaro is just not that. I mean, he's not that good of a character. When it comes from a complete narrative standpoint, he's not that good of a character. So you gotta put Josuke ahead of him because at least he is. Don't get me wrong, Crazy Diamond is a cooler stand than Star Platinum, but he's not I will give you that it's not a better one. Like Star Platinum is literally the most MacGuffin of the entire shit.
I can give Josuke brownie points because even though he was terrified of turtles, he protected the turtle.
After this, I'll have to say that.
Well, yes, but anyway, I can give him brownie points for loving the animals. Although my man's does love dolphins.
Maybe a little bit too much. Oh shit, man. Word up though. No. Well, okay, but really seriously though, I think Josuke has much better character development that's shown. I would argue that like Jotaro has three different parts that he could possibly develop his character, and I would argue that it regresses almost. Part 4, he had some decent development when he had a bond with Josuke, but when it comes to part 6, that shit was kind of just. I mean, his little. I can't tell you little. I mean, he does care for his daughter compared to the memes that says otherwise. He actually does care for his daughter, but it's like. Design wise and just his kind of like laissez-faire attitude between all of it kind of reverts that back to that part 3 because part 3 Jotaro was so cool and shit. But bro, you're 40, like you're not 17 no more. Like you can't act the same way you did when you were 17. Like the coolest Jotaro we had was part 4, in my opinion. And if the fit was the coolest. See, his part 4 fit was the coolest. I ain't gonna. The white Joe. The original part 4 part, we had the little the Joe. That shit was kind of clean. But yeah, nah, seriously, Jotaro, I know I'm rambling at this point, but Jotaro part 4 was probably the best Jotaro we had. And that's only because I think they had to play off the dynamic with Josuke. Long story short, Josuke's a better JoJo than Jotaro. Narratively.
Anyway, what do you think of this list?
You really put Tobio.
Yes.
Well,
Only because.
Tobio's a good boy. He's a good boy.
Only because. Did he do it all?
I was like,
Moshi moshi.
bustle.
Bustle.
Bustle. Hey.
That's the only reason why.
Alright, okay. I would put Hayato or Shohei.
Nah.
I would put Hayato or Shohei.
Nah.
Shohei.
Superior German engineering. And if I
And a
can't put
kid
him
had
as
more
number
heart.
1,
And a
then he's
kid,
going to be there.
and a kid had more heart than he did.
No.
Yo, Shoheim damn near gave up against cars after he got cut in half. Hayato was still thugging. Hayato was still out there. And he couldn't even do shit. Like, Hayato was still
Bro
thugging.
can't do anything either.
What do you mean? He has he had a machine gun coming out of his stomach. What are you talking about?
Because he went back to his camp and was like, hey, yo, patch me up. I gotta go back in.
All I'm saying is that, like, Hayato did more with less. And being younger, too. Again, because think about it when I say Shigechi. Well, you can't fault Shigechi for being a kid. That means you got to give Hayato even more props because he was also a kid. I think Hayato was an elementary school kid, where Shigechi was in middle school. So you got to give Hayato even more props for being that young and still trying to step up to the plate. No stand, no Hamon, nothing. Like, he was just there. Like, I'm protecting my mom.
Anyway.
Go.
Happy now?
Now I said we should have 5 in the GOAT tier, right? So
No.
yeah, so I think
This
some
is
people
what
gotta
you
get dropped.
got.
Some people gotta get dropped.
This is what you got. This is
Because
the
not
end
everybody
of it.
can
This
be
is
GOAT.
the
Not
final
everybody can be GOAT.
list.
Okay, that's the final list.
We can just drop you and you. And you, and you, and you, and you, and you, down to whack.
Wow, disrespectful.
And you.
But no, you said this is the final list, so now you got it. Now I'm like, all right, so this is the final list for us, even though we still have a little bit of debate between it. But
Well, that's what happens when you have to tread on equal ground here.
So I'll be
Agree
curious.
to disagree.
I'll be curious to see if there's anyone out there that kind of agrees with this this list.
I doubt it.
And where would they put certain characters up there? Like,
Shanghai should be first.
nah.
Superior engineering.
Whatever.
He's
but
the goatest.
Whatever.
The goatest of the goats. He's really a human in goat form.
Hey, well, look.
I'm sure they could make him a goat.
They probably could. I mean, Nelly, word up.
A mechanical goat.
Word up. Is
Well,
there any
what
goat
sound?
characters in
What sound does a goat make?
Bleep. Bleep. Word
Bing,
up.
bing, bing, bing.
That's my stand cry. Guns N' Roses. I got a stand called Guns N' Roses. My stand rush is called Bing 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 Bing.
And Guns N' Roses right here.
Guns N' Roses is a goat. It's a goat. Guns N' Roses is a goat, bro. It's a goat. Welcome to the Jungle is one of the greatest movies ever, bro. Guns N' Roses Requiem. Trust me. Guns N' Roses over heaven. I got Guns N' Roses Requiem over heaven. Love Train. Love Train. Of you. What? Love Train of you. Oh, shit.
Right.
Done cheap. Love Train of you. Done cheap.
So,
No, I mean, yeah, that's the list. Let's see if anyone agree with it. I mean, I doubt it, but if you do, you always think, just give a comment saying where you think some people should be at on a list. If you think that
I mean,
Yoshikage Kira is actually goated, and then we should give us
if you
respect more
really
there.
wanted to make 5 on this list, then this is what it would have to be.
I think Hayato should stay with Drop Jotaro, but I mean, it is what it is. I think Hayato should stay with Drop Jotaro, but look, if you think that Jotaro is a GOAT tier, yo, let me know, because I don't think so. I need reasoning to. I need like a thesis on that, on why Jotaro is a GOAT tier.
Are you a college professor?
I am. I need the whole thesis paper on why why you think Jotaro is a GOAT tier character. Because he's boring to me. And hey, like, I'm gonna put this on Reddit. I went to Reddit to give me something. They gonna
gotta tear you a new one.
Probably.
Who
They sure.
puts Iggy before Pearl Jam?
Now, what they gonna get mad at me is because I was a part skipper. That's they gonna get mad at me about.
Wait,
like,
he said he skipped parts?
Yeah, like
Instantly dislike.
In fact, bro, this shit gonna have a negative ratio, bro. The few likes that it gets is gonna be from me on different account. I'm gonna have to balance out the dislikes because I said I was a part skipper.
Background color.
Does it matter?
Wow.
Oh. I love how the one that's a PNG image she got called because it's changing with the color.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, God. Alright, then. Yo, we still don't have an outro, so we're just gonna have to end that shit the way it is. You know, with that kind of. You gotta call the action.
Thanks for watching.
Yep.
And see you on our next adventure.
Because diamonds are unbreakable. Well, we'll see us next time. We go on a steel ball run.
Doja!